Alright, I'm going to try to explain what's happening here from the perspective of law enforcement and the military, um, and also from these people on their porch and on their balcony here. So this got sent to me just now. I'm going to try to decode it for you. So right now there's a curfew in a lot of cities. This looks like to be like one of those suburbs or whatever cities. Don't know exactly where it is, but curfew means you need to stay indoors. Okay, the reason why they're calling curfew is to figure out who belongs in the neighborhood in this case, or the downtown or whatnot, and who doesn't. It's a sorting process. If you belong there, then you can go into your building, your domicile, and be out of sight, out of mind, out of range. Okay. If you don't belong there, you're gonna have a harder time getting out of sight, because what they're finding is a lot of people are coming from out of state or out of territory and coming in and causing trouble. A lot of looters, a lot of arsonists, a lot of criminals, and what they're calling them, different things now. So the idea is to sort who belongs there, who doesn't. It's quick, it's easy. You go inside, you stay inside during the hours. And it looks like it's getting dark here, so it's probably towards dusk. So this is a show of force, and there's a method behind the madness here. Okay, so these people are just gawking. They're sitting like watching like it's a parade. These people making this video, sitting on the porch like they're watching TV or something. It's not like that when you need to be indoors, especially with the whole thing going on with the you know what. Alright, so we'll play. So they just said there's more of them. So they've been just sitting there, at least for some that went by. They probably radioed back that, hey, you got these people who are just not responding. Make sure they get the message. Did you hear her? She said, oh, there's more.
Look at this. They just keep coming.
Oh, go inside! Get inside! Get inside! Get inside!
Alright, so you hear that? They say go inside. Hold up. Go inside. And multiple times.
Get in your house now! Let's
Get in your house now. He's going to say, let's go. Okay, that means you need to get in your house. You don't just sit there with a camera. Because what's going through their minds is, we got people that are not listening to us. These could be a threat to us in our mission, which is to clear the streets, make sure there isn't any, problem people out here.
go! Light him up! Go inside now! Get in the house!
Okay, so how many times you gotta get told? How many times you gotta get told? You only get a few times before they escalate, okay? And that's what you have here. So these are probably police, the black and the reflective white. They could be SWAT, Special Warfares and Tactics. They had a Hummer. I didn't see anybody in the turret, so yeah, they gave these aren't the first people gone by. They've getting multiple orders, and they have non-compliant people. So what do you think is going to happen?
Get in, get in, get in, get in, get in, get in. Get in. Oh, God, that hurt. You good? Are you okay?
Right on the fucking crotch.
Are you okay? You got hit?
I'm good. They're fucked for that, dude. What?
Okay.
So, what the hell? So, basically, number one, they should know there's a curfew. Number two, they should not be outside their house. Number three, they should pay attention to the orders of the officers. Number four, unless they were deaf and they couldn't hear, but they heard. So they're lucky is just paintballs. Lucky is just paintballs, because when you hear someone say light them up, that's usually a real order to engage with real ammunition. But what do you call? Let's see if we can play this one more time. So let's see how many times they gave an order. We can count. Just play it.
No, there's more. Look at this. They just keep coming.
Go inside!
One,
Get inside!
two,
Get inside!
three.
Get inside!
4.
Get in your house now! Let's go!
5, 6,
Light them up! Go inside now!
7,
Get in the house!
8, 9, 10,
Get in, get in, get in, get in, get in, get in. Get in.
11.
Oh, God, that hurt. You good?
Are you okay?
Right on the fucking crotch.
Are you okay? You got hit?
I'm good. They're fucked for that, dude. What?
Okay.
Okay, so 10 times. Most of them are before the shots of the paintballs. Now, as long as you don't get shot in the eyes of the paintball, you're probably going to live through it. It's going to hurt. So they probably got off lucky. But when you get orders and you don't respond, they're probably gonna in the past they would use clubs and truncheons. So in that respect, well, paintball's pretty fortunate. Okay. Why would they use paintballs? Well, now they've been tagged with paint as somebody that didn't comply. Okay. Under the paint, under the clothes, I got some bruises now. So just be aware that law enforcement means business. Okay, if there's been a curfew, you need to stay indoors, out of sight, out of mind. Okay, I'm just making this little video to as a commentary and to kind of explain what's going on. They have to sort who belongs there, who doesn't, and the way they do it is they say go inside. Okay, and they don't want anybody spotting like, wow, these guys are probably in Iraq or Afghanistan or elsewhere, And spotters would just hang around with the cell phone ready to detonate an IED or a EFP or call in mortar fire. So they get aggravated when they see people with cameras and phones and just sitting there, especially if they know there's a curfew and you don't belong there. Okay, so that's the mentality. All right, we got all kind the the big old illness going around, and now we got the curfew going around. So don't play around, okay? Don't stress out them. Don't stress yourself out. So hopefully this helps you, and you can figure it out. Don't be waiting on your don't be waiting on your porch, and don't be waiting on your balcony. All right, this has been Military Industrial Museum trying to explain these guys. They don't have all day to sit there and explain it to everybody. So hopefully you can kind of pick it up from what I've been putting down. This isn't the first take I've done of this. For some reason my phone keeps jamming up. My tablet keeps jamming up. So just want you to know that there's a method behind the madness. When you see this coming down your street, you need to get out of sight. Okay, anybody hanging around becomes a target. It becomes non-compliant. Becomes a person of interest. Becomes something to be engaged. Okay, so get gone. Make like high noon in the Old West, where there's going to be a duel. Get out of there. Get gone. You do not want to be around for that or any of the projectiles and stuff that could happen. So there's a reason for this. And if they let one person or group get away with it, then everybody else will going to get away with it. So that's why they're coming down so tough. All right. It seems kind of hard, but it's actually being pretty nice with just paintballs. You're lucky it's not a baton or a truncheon or a jackboot or something, because it certainly has been in other countries.